So PACE, which stands for the Patient and Clinicians Engagement Process, is an additional layer in the SMC's appraisal process, which allows patient groups and clinicians to have a strong collaborative voice in that assessment process. Really allows patient groups and clinicians to get across issues like quality of life and how the medicine affects patients for end-of-life conditions or very rare conditions. PACE is a meeting that brings together patient and carers organisations as well as clinical experts to consider a particular medicine. At the meeting, patient and carer groups and clinicians can talk about the additional value that that medicine brings to their respective group in terms of how it impacts on quality of life, in terms of any side effects and the impact that has on the patient. It really allows a series of questions to be answered about the medicine that when the committee is considering that medicine, they get a feel for exactly the impact of that medicine on a patient. A PACE meeting is a very structured meeting that allows patient and carer representatives to really bring to life the potential impacts of the medicine under consideration. So, for example, some medicines have potential to extend survival, and we will talk about how that impacts on the patient and on the family and carers of that particular patient. Other examples are whereby a potential benefit of a medicine is that it can be taken at home orally rather than the patient having to go to hospital to have it administered. It really just brings to life those real life impacts of a medicine. And at a meeting where clinicians are present as well, patient groups and clinicians seek to come to a consensus around the benefits of the medicine. So it really is a collaborative meeting where you find that consensus. There's lots of support available from the Scottish Medicines Consortium patient and public involvement team. They're always on hand for you to ask questions. Certainly the first time I took part in a PACE meeting, they ran me through the process of the PACE meeting, what was likely to come up, how it was going to take shape. So you feel very prepared by the time you come to the meeting. You know what's expected of you, you know how to answer particular questions, and certainly feel less daunted by the whole process. So it's really helpful to have that sounding board, if you like, and also the guidance around what's going to happen at the meeting. So lots of support's available. And the public involvement team are very accessible, really easy to work with, give you great guidance. No matter how well you think you know your patient group and how to respond to questions, there's always added value that they bring to your submission and indeed how they prepare you for PACE meetings. And it's always really good to just run through any issues you might have, any thoughts you might have. So they're really helpful, really approachable, and certainly I think that they strengthened our ability to bring to life the impact of medicines on our patient group. The reason for taking part in as a PACE mentor was that I'd taken part myself in lots of PACE meetings, and really to give back and to reassure other patient group representatives that it's not an adversarial process, it's actually quite a collaborative process. You get lots of support from the public involvement team at the SMC, and it's nothing to be feared. It can be quite nerve-wracking, giving evidence in front of senior clinicians and other senior people, but it really is an important process, and really to get as many views as possible, I felt being able to impart the experience that I'd had in PACE meetings was important. And certainly with smaller patient groups and carer organisations, there might be a reluctance to take part. And so it's really important to ensure that those views are taken into account. And certainly when I helped a particular organisation, is around how you form a collaborative voice around a particular medicine with other organisations in that group, so you can really bring to life the benefits of a particular medicine.